But I wanted to bring Ted Anderson up because we've got all these world leaders buying gold right now in the last month. And we said, well, that means if George Soros and all these elites and big banks and universities and the Russian government, the Indian government, the Chinese government, if they're all running into gold, well, they know the QE3 is coming. Ted, tell us what's coming up after the break.
Well, I tell you what, I mean, I'm looking at George Soros' face here and listen to you talk about babies being murdered, and I'm like, I'm getting sick to my stomach. But here's this title right here is a big headline: Soros dumps stocks and buys $130 million in gold. You know, these guys know what's going on. The QE3 is coming. It's not only is it coming, crying out loud, it's happening right now in Europe. That's what all this is about. It's more like a combination of TARP and QE3 all tied together to make a hybrid. I mean, the price of gold is reflecting it, and this is happening. I mean, if you want to deny it, deny it. But I can tell you right now, we're looking at gold going up again, $35 an ounce. We're at $1737.80 now. You know, with this kind of momentum, $2,000 gold will seem like history real fast. You know, silver right now is at $33.72. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's going on in the gold and silver market, Alex.
We're going to be right back, ladies and gentlemen, on the other side of this quick break with Ted Anderson to go over more of this. The elites are buying gold, but they tell you not to. Alex Jones here with a message to fellow freedom lovers. The prognosis for the entire planetary economic system runs from bad to worse. The globalist model is to shut down societies and starve patriots out until they acquiesce to the global takeover. That's why we've assembled the most vital and important preparedness items at InfoWarsShop.com. These are items that I did research on, that I personally use. We've got the life straw, so you can turn fetid water into safe water anywhere you go. The K-Tor hand crank generator to charge up key equipment during power outages or out in the field. Strategic Relocation, 3rd edition by Joel Skousen. When Disaster Strikes by Matthew Stein. ThyroSafe, used by Homeland Security to protect yourself during any radiological event. Hand crank shortwave AM/FM radios. Everything that we've researched and found to be the best is available at InfoWarsShop.com, and your purchase makes our InfoWar possible. We're getting prepared. Are you? InfoWarsShop.com. I mean, the who's who are out there in the news buying gold. The Indian government's buying gold, but then they've got their economists telling poor Indians don't buy gold because the globalists obviously want to hoard gold themselves while using paper to try to suppress the price. Why is that, Ted?
Well, because they want to continue to keep us, the common man, in paper. That's the game. You realize that the Federal Reserve System, the banks in Japan, the banks in, you know, all the central banks, they're in the business of creating paper and having the people use that paper as money. If the people no longer accept the paper, their game is over. They no longer can profit from it. They no longer can control the masses. I mean, they really need to keep us in paper. That's why they want that. They'll push and they'll try to keep people out of gold. They'll do everything they can to manipulate that. At the same time, you can read the headlines. What are the central banks doing with their own resources? They're putting it into gold. So guess what? They're trying to convince you to stay away from gold and silver. They're telling you why. Like, for instance, I'm looking at a big old picture of George Soros. Looks like he's standing on top of the world, and it says, "Why buying gold after Paulson and Soros is foolish." Well, Soros is buying the gold because he knows what's going on. He's an insider. He can see it. There's no question about it. We're going to see the value of paper money go down because of the fact that there's so many problems.
Exactly. Here's the bottom line. And this is obviously a gold pitch because, again, it's very simple. We are self-financed. We promote what we use, what we believe in. I buy my gold and silver from Midas Resources. In bullion, gold and silver, you can't beat the prices. They have very competitive on numismatics as well. But bottom line, Ted then also helps get the word out. So you vote with your dollars, you get a great deal on gold and silver from somebody who supports liberty. But the issue here is Ted Anderson has been buying gold when it was at $16.70 and things, and now he's going to be able to sell you that gold until it runs out, even though it's at, let me hit refresh, 1730 something last time I looked. Yes, it's 1736 right now, with the system trying to drive it down. But it's the talk of QE3, the global devaluation, Moody's saying Europe's going to basically go under, the new ECB mega bond plan. that ends the sovereignty of the nations by bankruptcy. This is all there. That's why I believe, that's why I am in silver and gold. That's why I was completely confident when gold was dropped down some to not sell any of it. Because my gut tells me it's only going up. Now, you know, are Easter bunnies real? Maybe. The point is that I don't get it, you know, as an investment. But it could go down someday. Who knows? Anything's possible. Again, leprechauns could be real. But everything points towards devaluation. So you can call Midas Resources, the parent company of the GCN Radio Network, or I should say sister company. It's certainly the parent, though it helped fund and create it. They're two tandems, so to be technical, it's not a subsidiary. It's a sister. But the point is, I get caught in minutia, folks. You know I do that. The issue here is Ted's got a big list of gold and silver that is bullion. A lot of it actually collectible at bullion prices. It's the Alex Jones radio specials. You've got to ask about those when you call to get even more competitive rates than what they have at MidasResources.com, which already has very competitive special deals for the internet. So 800-686-2237, 800-686-2237. Give Ted Anderson and his great brokers there a call. Tell them you want the Alex Jones specials. They can also tell you about some of the other specials they've got. But we got about 30 seconds left, Ted. 800-686-2237. What are some of the best deals you've got right now on gold and silver?
Well, if I have 30 seconds, the $63 for the 2 silver dollars, the book and the DVD, that is a steal because silver just went up another $2 an ounce. You're getting it for less than cost.
Visit Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. When you're on the site, you can also tune in 24 hours a day to my daily radio broadcast. There's also a free iPhone app to listen to the syndicated radio show when and where you want.